What's up, guys? This is Ken.
Dex.
Eric.
Ken.
And this is Alter Apex Radio.
Let's get rocking!
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Alter Apex Radio, our vodcast. We are the band Alter Apex, and we'd like to welcome you into our weekly band hang. And we're going to hang out, have a beer, and tell you guys what we've been up to and turn you on to some rad new music that we've been discovering. We've got a lot of great stuff in this episode, so stay tuned.
Beer, 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 beer.
Make sure to click that subscribe button below and click the notification bell so you can keep up to date with our future videos. Follow the Alter Apex Radio playlist on both Spotify and Apple Music. The links are in the description below. We've been doing this thing for a bit now, and there are tons of great bands on that list, so do yourself a favor and check it out.
I like rock music.
So like Ken said, we are the band Alter Apex. We play hard rock grunge type music. Hit us up on Instagram at alter_apex. Thanks to everyone who's been checking us out and streaming our new EP, which is available on all the streaming services. We've got a killer new tune that we're working on right now. We just went and scouted out a super kind of creepy location that we're going to be filming a video for once everything's ready. So stay tuned.
It's so creepy.
We can't wait for you guys to hear this next song and get turned on to all the visual elements.
One more thing, for those of you who are interested in going a little deeper about the band, I had a chat with the amazing producer and mix engineer Joe Marsh this past week, and the link is in the description below. We did it on Instagram Live. We talked about all things Alter Apex, how the band came together, what it's been like to do a band during a pandemic, and musical history, all sorts of cool stuff. So check that out if you're interested. All right, guys, now it's time to get into some new music. We'd love to show you this super cool sounding band from Florida here in the United States that we found called Delespine. I came across these guys because we were both featured on the absolutely amazing Smells Like New Grunge Spotify playlist put together by an awesome guy named Ben who goes by Catch22 online. If you haven't checked out the Smells Like New Grunge playlist on Spotify, definitely do yourself a favor and check that out. But this song is the tune called Dirt from the band Delespine. It's huge, right?
Yeah.
Like when that hits, it's just huge, man.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear what the vocals are gonna be, because honestly, like you said, it's a really big sound. I'm kind of almost expecting Chino Moreno from the Deftones to start
Yeah,
singing.
dude.
Right.
It's got
That's
that
where I was
vibe,
going
just
to.
that slow, heavy, like, yeah.
I know this is like a completely obscure mention. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this band, but I was chatting with these guys the other day on Instagram, and I was telling them that their sound reminded me of a band that I really enjoyed in the early 2000s. They never really got that big, but they were called 6 Gig, the number 6 and then GIG. But like they had a lot of their tunes that were just that huge sound, and I just love that wall of bass and guitar and like those monster drums, the way they sound.
It's
so one of the cool things that I hear in this band, there's definitely a throwback sound happening. But do you guys feel like you hear some of that modern, like more, like some of that modern pop punk, like in even his phrasings and stuff? I felt like I heard some of that. I could be reading into it a bit, but I like the lyrics a lot. I think that they're real thought provoking. They're not, cliche or anything like that. What are you guys feeling?
Yeah, I think it sounds great, man. I think the mix is really good on it. It goes from that really big sound, kind of slows down a little bit right there, has a good groove through that verse. I really like how the vocals are kind of brought up and up front, and it has a really cool effect on it that just makes everything really kind of just push forward and flow.
It's taken its time too. The song is it kind of has like a very vibey feel to it.
Yeah, it's building for sure. It's cool.
Definitely belongs on rock radio.
Yeah.
Cleansing the dirt, pick up to come down, rinsing the hurt, searching so hopeful, dry.
It's got like a Breaking Benjamin vibe.
Yeah, I did think of them as well. I did think of them as well.
Because sometimes I do think of like Breaking Benjamin, even though they're sort of like in that new metal kind of like rock category, some of the stuff they do kind of reminds me of pop punk in a way. So like I do kind of hear that, like I hear, I can hear like a pop punk band like have like a chorus like they just did that, is like big and epic, so I definitely hear that too.
There's something about the phrasing of that pre-chorus when you did the "I know you need some deeper," like there's something about that felt kind of pop punk. But I mean, all of us, we all love pop punk, so like that's one of the things we're gonna hear. That chorus,
I think it's
huge.
I think it's fun, just funny we should mention, and certainly we have in past episodes, but for anybody that hasn't heard us talk, is that we all come from punk bands, so that's obviously going to be our point of reference when we hear a lot of this stuff. But it's it's great, man.
It doesn't matter what we hear, we're like, these guys sound like Green Day. Yeah, like his voice is great though. Like it's a really, really great tone that he has. And like you mentioned how it's coming across in the mix, Eric, and it is right on top because it's good enough to sit there.
Yep.
Sometimes bands have to put it a little lower because it's just like you don't want it right on top.
I've been in plenty of those bands.
Wait, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? No, I'm just kidding. Like
Burn.
This is one of those bands.
Open my
I love the guitar tones. That was very cool.
That's rad.
Dude, I don't know how to make a sound like that with my guitar, but I want to know. Like that is really cool. Like that was it Guitar Dex? You're better than me. You know this stuff.
It's not true, but like what it is, it's throw on some distortion and hit above the nut.
Above the nut. I get it.
Above the nut. Like just
right above it.
Right above it. There you go. Give it a little flick.
I think we've gone so far off base with this.
I'm gonna go. I want to go back to
your
that
hand
part.
or the pick, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, we might leave that in. We might cut it. We'll see. All right, I want to go back and hear that part again.
rad.
It's really good, man.
Oh yeah.
It's a good drummer, man.
Yeah.
Fills are killer.
Yeah.
Powerful. Yeah, so like, one thing that I'm thinking about too, like even with that guitar solo, like he didn't come in like all shredding or anything, but he wrote the best part. Like he
Yeah.
wrote a good part for that. Like, and one of the things about this band with just this song, I mean, I haven't heard a lot of their stuff. I know that I think they're working on a full length, so definitely check them out and be looking for that. But yeah, they're it's evident that they set out to just write a really good song, and they weren't like looking to like, I mean, although the drummer, oh, Eric, I think you dropped off a little bit. Hopefully he'll be back. There he is. Although the drummer, I mean, he's doing some crazy shit. Like he has some crazy chops there. You know, like everybody in the band is on display really well. The mix is great, but they just set out to write a really good song and a freaking powerful song. Like it's a powerful sound. Like that they just have this like, it's not in a hurry. It's just gonna like,
Yeah.
just gonna drive it home, you know, like.
Yeah, it's just got that like really, really grooving, like, you know, for the most part, like the song's really grooving. And then like, you know, it comes in with that really powerful, heavy, like emotional hitting chorus. And you know, with that guitar solo, it was just simple and sweet. You know, it's like you couldn't have like, you know, a shredding guitar solo and then like all those drums. I think like in a song like this, I think it would have just been too busy. So
Yeah.
so yeah, that guitar solo I thought was just right on the money.
You used a word that I don't think we had used yet, Dex, when you said emotional, and it was one that I was thinking about around the same point when you said that, because there is something very emotional about this song, like the vibe that they create with it. It's it definitely like makes you feel something,
Right?
And that's good.
Yeah, I mean,
art.
it's got like a killer, like this song is just, you know, like in the first verse, you know, they didn't have that little guitar melody that they brought in the second verse. You know, there's
Yeah,
like
I really
a lot
like
of
that. That was cool.
there's a
I
lot of
noticed that.
dynamic range that's going on in this song, and that's like really, really cool. That like keeps me interested. It's like, oh, you know, it's like after that, you know, killer guitar solo, drum solo thing that happened, like, you know, it cut back down and then hit you with that like that punch that kind of came out of nowhere. That was like really cool.
It was stranded, lost in a
Yeah.
that was great.
He's a great vocalist.
Yeah, he is, dude.
He's a really good vocalist.
What a cool end. That was really cool. Like I almost thought that something went wrong. But like that's the kind of track that like you can't wait to hear the next track on the album. Let's hear that ending again.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
Yeah,
Actually,
that was cool.
I thought you cut it out too early.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought you stopped the song to talk, and that's the end. That's cool.
Yeah,
You're
like,
like, that
dang it,
was
man,
cool
this guy
ending. I'm
can't.
like,
He just
what
can't
was the
stop
ending?
talking, man. Yeah, the vocalist definitely had some really cool runs that he was doing. What do you got, Dex?
Above the nut.
And just like,
Here.
if you're out there and you're watching this, you're hanging out with us, and you're thinking of starting a band, and you're looking for a band name, we'd just like to say you're welcome.
Above the nut.
That could mean so many different things, man.
Oh yeah. I think it could be a ska band. Above the nut.
That'd be fun.
I'm gonna cut out myself doing that. That's for sure. Right on. Sweet, man. Well, great job, Delespine. That was very, very cool. We also hope that we're saying your band name right. But it's a cool name. I like the stuff. I like the vibe that these guys are creating, and that's not something that you really get on this show when you're listening with us. So definitely check them out. We'll have their Instagram link, their information in the show notes. So hit that up. And yeah, like if you really love them, let them know that you found them here, because that's the whole point of this, is like a community building thing. So yeah, sweet. Good job, guys.
Shit, that was good.
All right, well, I'm kind of in love with this next song that we're going to show you guys. This next one comes from a post-rock instrumental project from Germany called At the Grove. It's a solo project. This guy plays all of the instruments, and he does so quite well. He's also a drummer for hire. So if you need drums on your next track, hit this guy up. You can find him at the Grove on Instagram. But yeah, you're going to be able to hear in a bit that it would not be a bad decision to hit this guy up for some drum tracks. His project's called At the Grove, and this is the song called Turmoil. Got some vibey ones today. That's just for me, like when I first heard this song, like that vibe is something that I felt like I could get lost in.
Right.
Just I love it when just a simple guitar melody kind of, along with that ambient sound that he's building in the background. Like it just kind of feels otherworldly. I love that stuff. I mean, that's post-rock. A lot of the stuff, post-rock instrumental type stuff, it seeks to do that. But I felt like this track was doing it particularly well.
There's a cool little tempo change right there, too, right before you stopped it. Just kind of sped up, but guitars were still kind of doing the same thing. And it just kind of like, started driving it someplace else that I'm excited to hear.
Yeah. Those changes are cool.
Oh, sick.
That's cool, right?
Yeah.
It's intense.
That's cool.
That's a cool effect.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. I'm liking that. Oh yeah.
That drum work is sick. This kind of makes me think of like if you check out this guy's Instagram and how like the vibe that I get from it is just so interesting, because he's always posting these like really cool like scenic views from like around where he lives. It looks
nice.
from his Instagram like he just like has this like cabin type area out in the woods where he's just fucking rocking all the time, and like he's just making all this like amazing music out there, and then just putting it out into the world, you know, and like sitting by a campfire at night, you know, like that's just like what he does. That's what it makes it look like. But this song, you know, kind of had me picturing a person, you know, writing it. And a lot of times I think we assume that songs, you know, or that lyrics is like how people get their emotions out, you know. I mean, but you guys know, I mean, because you're not big lyric writers, but you get it out through writing your music too. And I was just thinking about like all of the emotion that you could work through writing something like this.
Right. Like that made me think of a couple weeks ago when I was hanging out with my dad. We just stumbled on YouTube watching like just watching videos of like scenic views and like, you know, sort like in different parts of like Asia or like or other European countries, and it would just play music and it would just show different pictures. And that kind of reminded me of that, you know, where it's just you don't really need words to kind of like convey like the certain type of emotion, you know, like, you know, with those videos it was just very like, you know, pretty music and stuff like that. But
yeah,
because I was gonna ask, I was like, is there lyrics in this song?
Yeah, it's instrumental. Like
It's
sometimes
instrumental. Yeah.
sometimes words can get in the way.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You know,
Sure
So,
does,
so a few things, you know, the song's really cool, man. The guitar and bass and everything going on is awesome. I didn't expect that dun 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 dun.
Yeah,
that was really cool just to throw in because it was you know, unexpected and but it just fit well. But third, this dude is an animal on the drums, dude.
Yeah.
He is just
Yeah, he is, man.
he's
when he
ripping.
comes out of that part with that electrical break, you know, that electronic break, and then he comes into that crazy ass rhythm. I don't know what he's doing.
There's so many different like there is no lyrics in this song, I guess, you know, and so but there's enough changes and like musical elements, you know, and how everything kind of like changes up where it's keeping it like fresh and just very, very interesting. I'm excited to hear, you know, where the song is going to go next.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
It made me think of that band By Land that we listened to, because like, I mean, different music, completely different music, but we talked about how they used the word cinematic in describing their music, which was very fitting for them. Also very fitting for this. It's very cinematic. The imagery, like, you know, it brings so much with it. Those parts are so damn cool, like how you have that like melody going over the top, and he does those dun, 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 like in the background, like those stops are so sick. Yeah, I said it before, I've been kind of in love with this song. I've been listening to it quite a bit.
That was great.
That was cool,
Killer.
man.
Yeah, it's great, man. It's an experience, you know. I mean, all music is like that, but certain tracks, like the first time I heard that song, so he was put on a playlist with us on one that we were on as well. That was that DistroKid rock playlist that the song "It's All Right" got put on. And I was perusing through that playlist, and like, I mean, quite honestly, that playlist is like a thing that bands end up on it like by getting voted on, you know, and you can kind of basically just get a bunch of your friends to vote for you probably and get on it. It's hit and miss, man. Like there's like like there's some artists on there. There's some artists on there that you're like, oh, okay, you know, this is kind of a bummer for the playlist, you know? Like, because like the next track might be killer, but somebody might not even get to it because, you know. But
Yeah.
I pushed through and I listened because I was just kind of really interested in what was going on, because it was a new thing that DistroKid was doing, and I think it's a very cool thing that they're doing. But yeah, I found By Land on there. I found this
Nice.
dude on there. And yeah, they were just like, you know, they definitely rose to the top, and it was just something special right away. When I think when you press play on this song, it's something pretty special. And this guy does a lot of different stuff, which, you know, I'm not super familiar with the post rock genre, but yeah, like it sounds like he's bringing all sorts of elements, whether it's jazz or metal or, you know, and he definitely seems to have the expertise to do it all. So it's pretty cool.
Definitely.
Yeah, I was right.
So good job, dude. It sounds fantastic. That was At the Grove. That's the what you would search on Instagram. Also, the link will be in the description. So check them out. The dog digs At the Grove. Dog is stoked.
It's my dog saying.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
That was a great one.
All right, so our last track that we're gonna do today is from a band called Electric High, and they're a super pro band, both in sound and in image. The image that they pull together is really cool, and they're from Norway. I love how these guys give off this like super nostalgic, old school rock and roll vibe. It kind of takes me back to like AC/DC, Scorpions, Aerosmith, like a golden era of hard rock of the 80s. And their sound really, it runs the whole gamut too. Definitely check them out. This tune that we're going to be featuring is like a real dark and moody cut. It's their most recent song. It's a tune called Morning Star. The band is called Electric High. Let's get into it.
In the shadow that surrounds us, I heard a whisper in my ear, a soothing voice I thought I used to know. Your eyes are black, your skin has lost its glow.
So I told you guys, dark and moody.
Yeah, some cool effects going on there.
Yeah.
Morning star. Unborn souls are growing
That was cool.
Yeah.
restless. A whirling mass around my head. A situation I have
So I definitely get like, I feel like this song reminds me of Sabbath.
Yeah.
I hear some Black Sabbath in it. I hear like there's definitely some cool Ozzy-esque vocal lines going on, like that real kind of creepy melody choice, you know. I mean, they're saying Morning Star, which I think means Lucifer, which is creepy AF, right? Super cool though. Like I really like the tone of that heavy guitar that comes in on that.
It sounds like very like fuzzy. It was like a, you know, it's like a fuzz distortion, you know, like it's not like it's definitely not like a modern you know, distortion, you know, like you get like a modern amp, you know. It's definitely has like a vintage quality to it, you know.
Exactly, yeah.
Even the drums to have that, particularly on those parts, like it sounds kind of like something that was recorded, you know, in the late 60s or the 70s, that was like, it was like driven so hard it kind of like punches the speaker a little much.
Right,
know,
it's like the mic is like right on the drum head, and it's like muted in a way almost.
Yeah,
that it's
and they it's cool to pull off that kind of sound, and you know, most likely it could be, I could be wrong, but most likely they're using modern equipment to do it. You know, but to be able to get that really great throwback sound. And we got to say the dude can sing, right? Like he's a great singer.
Totally.
Like those vocal lines are not easy. Killer harmony choice. That harmony choice is great.
I like
very haunting.
Yeah, the vocal pattern is really cool. Like he said, haunting, and it's Sabbathy, but it's definitely got some originality to it. And you know, I think the direction he takes it, and the last word of every you know, phrase is kind of held out. This one went lower than I thought, but with that harmony, that was killer. Super good.
Yeah,
it's given me like some like some like Ronnie James Dio kind of vibes, where he's like telling like a story or something of like this, you know, you could use the word again, like cinematic, you know. It's like it's like I could totally picture a band being on stage doing something like this, you know, and it's sort of like they're telling you a story, you know, and it's really, really cool.
I haven't thought about Dio in a long time, man. I used to be so creeped out by him. Like I remember being a little kid and watching like the Rainbow in the Dark video.
Yeah.
He just looked like a little gargoyle, man. It's just like he was just angry and he was gonna get you, man. Like
Dio's the best though, dude. He's just
the best.
He incredible. I actually saw Dio and Motorhead at the Sunshine.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Dude, insane show. Yeah, crazy. Small venue, right? For
what a venue
those that don't
see
know.
them there.
Yeah,
it's a small venue. That's a gift, man, to have been able to see that for sure. That's a badass vibe that they create there, like keeping that drive and beat there. This also makes me think, and they're probably just drawing from similar influence, but I think of Queens of the Stone Age too a little bit with like.
Dude,
the
I was
sounds
totally thinking that too. Yeah.
That's great. That's really good. You know, like actually, and at the end there too, and then it kind of goes back to the whole song. I'm thinking of like Queen.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, just
Totally.
building such a production with a song. You know, like you can
And-
tell like by the lyrics, like this story that he's telling of this captivating evil force. You know, like, and then like it has like just all those like creepy musical elements, and then how they lay it to rest there at the end with that well, that's probably like a 3-part harmony, Dex. We listen to it again. Let's check it out right there at the end. It's just two, huh?
Yeah.
Sounds like two.
It's very cool.
So
Yeah.
cool.
That's very cool.
That little those little couple notes right there too, as it came out of it. That was cool.
Yeah, dude, it's great. And they like I said, super dark, super moody tune. Their sound, from what I've gathered in a couple other songs that I've listened to them, like they definitely do the upbeat, crazy cool AC/DC rockin' tunes too, you know, like so. So check them out, get a feel for their other stuff too. They're obviously a fantastic band. Great job, Electric High, and I hope you enjoyed us chatting up about your tune. We really enjoyed it, and maybe we'll feature another one of your songs so people can get the other flavors that you guys put out. Very talented. Great job.
Now raise your goblet of rock. It's a toast to those who rock.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. I hope you dig the tunes that we shared with you. Again, hit up the Alter Apex Radio playlist on Spotify, Apple Music. Those links are in the description. Subscribe, like, follow us, and we look forward to hanging out with you guys more in the future. Peace. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Ken.
Dex.
Eric.
Ken?
Did you hear that? That was awesome.
Someone's in the back.
Ah!
Oh, was that one of my kids?
I
Sorry.
think so. It was awesome. All
Alright, we
right.
can start. My bad.
That's a good outtake there.
We can't wait for you guys to. I'm getting freaking tongue twisted, dude.
It's probably the way I wrote it, man.
Tune
You can
in
change
to
it
turn.
Tune in to get turned in. Sound like the fucking Swedish chef.
Okay, I'm
Turn
gonna
in
change.
turn in the chicken.
Oh, it's funny, dude.